It's really, really loud. Okay. I'm Vaya, and welcome to Hush Little Lily. This is a point-and-click horror game. How would you like to be addressed as? Mr. Missy MX. Messy, I suppose? You open your eyes. The room feels just as it did before you fell asleep. Cold, inhospitable, rank with stench of humidity and rust. There's barely any light to guide your way, but you've adjusted the darkness for so long, you don't really need it. Your heart is pounding excitedly, and then you hear it. Her voice. A girl is crying not too far away, and the gentle breeze filters through the unlocked door. Okay. An empty food bowl. Even if it's filled, you aren't going to touch it. Okay. The door was made heavy and thick, so one cannot break it down easily. It's usually tightly closed, but tonight it's unlocked. You're free to go. It's now or never. You can only save in certain hallways. Okay, I'm gonna save. Dear diary, Lily have to make sure to write in the diary often. Lily wants to record everything. Okay, it's not where the crying is coming from. Okay. This is not where the crying is coming from. The cell's door opened very slowly. This one feels heavier, despite you know for a fact it's not. This room is just like the one before, but a girl is inside. A small, frail-looking little girl. Bound by the ankle by a shackle chained to the floor, she was kept so tantalizingly close to a stool, standing right in front of her, with with the shiny brass key to her freedom sitting on top. All just away enough from the girl, so even if she crawled and stretched her arm, she couldn't touch it. "Who's there?" she asks. She probably notices you're not the one she expects. Your breathing is much less pronounced. Your presence just not terrifying compared to it. The girl stares at you, feelings mixing in her bright little eyes. "Are you with the monster? Leave Lily alone. Leave Lily alone. Lily wants to go back to mommy and daddy." She backs away from you and against the wall, her little hands quickly covering her face. On the verge of tears, about to break down crying some more. "I'm a friend." You try to gently reassure the little girl that you're here to help, but she doesn't listen. She just keeps shaking her head at every word. She will need proof. "Yeah, take the key and unlock it." You approach the little girl, key in hand. Her whole body trembles in fear, like a trapped tiny animal. But she's the key in your hands. Still scared but hopeful, she stares at you. She's shaking so much. It's making this difficult. You have to calm her down. Sing a lullaby. Hush, little girl, don't say a word. "I'm going to get you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird doesn't sing..." I'm going to get you a diamond ring. I'm not singing that, by the way. I am, yeah. As you sing, the girl slowly calms down. Recognition in her eyes. She knows this song. Someone has sung it to her before. When she finally stops shivering, you carefully open the lock on her shackle and let it fall. Her ankle is bruised, just like her palms and her knees. She must have had a very hard time. Oh my gosh, she must have tried very hard to reach the key before. Thank you. It's nothing. You hope for her smile, which she sheepishly returns. What's your name? Lily. What's your name, Missy? Don't worry about it. Missy's good for now. She doesn't seem fully convinced by this, but nods. We have to get out of here fast. Alright, the monster is coming back. It said it was going to eat Lily. It said Lily is never going to see Mommy and Daddy again. The girl tears up a little more. You gently pat her back to reassure her. You're getting out and back to them. You have to have hope. Yeah, Lily have to stay hopeful. The girl attempts to be brave and puffs her chest, even though she still looks somewhat hesitant. Let's get out of here together. Let's hurry. Shackle ball chained to the floor. It looks uncomfortable beyond belief. Lily gently rubs her ankle just by looking at it. Aww. Lily looks between you and the door, eagerly waiting to leave. So, about the monster? It's a terrible thing. Lily was just picking flowers and it grabbed Lily by the neck. The girl held her own throat, caressing the area. When Lily woke up, Lily was here. And the monster was looking at Lily. It is big and wide and mean. And has an ugly, ugly face. And it's always laughing at Lily. The little girl pouts. It's going to be alright. The monster is gone. For now. Yeah, let's go quick before it comes back. Okay, let's save over this one. Yeah. It's locked. Oh, what should we do? Do we need to find another key? Well, okay. Let's play hide and seek. Okay. As soon as you open the door, you can smell the fetid scent of blood in the air. It's fresh and cold. Rustier than the old iron chains. The room inside has no windows or furniture. The shackles had been ripped off the walls, leaving nothing behind. On the wall, someone has left a message painted in bright red blood. And you have a feeling you know who the sender was. Let's play hide and seek. This was recent. Too recent. And they used way more blood than necessary, making each letter drip more and more until forming a puddle of blood on the floor underneath. The girl covers her mouth to not let out this scared shriek, shivering in place. But it's not really certain if it was because of the message or the yellowish skin so casually thrown in a corner of the room. Probably both. You kneel close to the pool of blood underneath and saw a key. You take the key. Lily gasps. Don't touch that, it's dirty. Maybe the key is important. We can't leave it behind. Can't you clean it at least? Dismissively, you use your sleeve to clean the blood off of the brass key. It's sticky, but it goes away fast. Okay. Now it looks good to Lily. Lily is starting to get overwhelmed by the terrifying message on the wall and the skull in the corner. Look away and you'll be fine. Lily has been trembling in place for this entire time, paralyzed by fear, her eyes practically glued to the wall. Let's play hide and seek. Are we playing a game with the monster? This is not a nice game. Lily doesn't want to play. She might break into tears again. Offer her a hug. You open your arms wide. Don't worry, it's going to be alright. She doubts for a moment, but it's so desperate that soon as oh my gosh. But it's so desperate that soon as she practically jumps into your chest, clinging. You hold her close, softly stroking her head. I'll take care of you. Everything will be fine. She believes in you, or at least she says so. Okay, let's get out of this room. The key you found fits the lock. There's a huge gaping hole on the right. You carefully look down the hole. It's way too deep. A fall down here would be fatal. You squint your eyes to see further down. Lily, what are you looking at, Missy? We have to jump across this hole. Lily looks behind herself, then turns to you. Nope, Lily can't jump over that. Lily will fall. Yeah, you're too short. Bet you never ate your veggies. Lily does. Lily eats them all. From the way she refused to maintain eye contact, it's easy to tell she's lying. If you didn't eat them, you would be big and strong like me. Then you could jump over this hole. Lily crosses her arms and pouts. Let's find something for Michael Burge. Meanie. Okay. Maybe the chair? The chair could be useful. What do you mean it's no use? Okay. Oh, I can go. The room behind that old door was a kitchen. The bulky metallic stove was a perfectly dusted off and maintained, constantly used. It might even be still a bit warm. Lily's relentlessly looking around the room. Despite her mood improving so much, she's still anxious about getting out. While walking around, little Lily's feet trip on a few pebbles on her way, and she falls right on her knees. Aww. The floor is cobbled, so the hit is quite harsh. She recoils in pain, quickly sitting on her behind and holding her left knee. Luckily, it was just a scrape. Oh no. It hurts. You're quick to go to her, caressing her head to calm her down. Sing a lullaby again? I'll just wait this out. Oh wait, hush little Lodium cry. Everything's going to be alright. It will hurt more if you whine. Don't you weep. It'll be just fine. The tear seems to stop. Lily likes it when you sing, Missy. Lily's sorry for crying. It's okay, it looks painful. You're a very strong girl. Yeah. It didn't hurt that much, so Lily can take it. Lily gets closer to the shelves, trying to find anything that could be of use. But there's no such luck. This place is clean. At least, clean of anything remotely useful or interesting. What do you think the monster cooks here, Missy? I think children, but probably, let's just say cookies so we don't freak out Lily. Don't be silly, Missy. Everyone knows monsters hate dessert. If they liked sweets, they wouldn't eat people, huh? Silly Missy. What? I don't get it. Sweet. Okay. There's a kettle on top which still has some water inside. You reach for the tap and slowly open it. For a moment, nothing happens. And an old metallic fountain starts to shake in place. A deep, low growl starts escaping from its rusty tip, and it soon turns into rusty, groaning howl. But then, it spits a little burst of muddy, filthy water. The howl stops and the water starts to run cleaner and cleaner until looking pristine and fresh. Lily smiles, excited. May Lily take a sip? You gently pick her up and help her to get close to the water so she can cup her hands and drink. Cold. Surprised but delighted, she takes her sweet time, finally satiating her thirst. Do you want to try it, Missy? It's very good. Lily loves fresh water. Sure. You lean over to take a sip. Oh. You suddenly see a shadow quickly pass by. Lily holds your sleeve and pulls gently. She whispers, "Is that the monster? It hasn't seen us yet. Let's wait for it to pass." You nod, starting into the hall where the monster disappeared off to. Its footsteps were no longer audible. Lily sighs and you smile at her. Good thing we waited. Aren't you a smart cookie? Actually, let's go back here, up there. Oh no, I don't like that. It's just roaches, right? What do you see? What do you see? No matter how much he tries to jump, he couldn't reach the cabinet. There are a few teddy bears and a hot dog stand. Really? Your eyes are now full of excitement and wonder. No, it's empty. Stop teasing Lily. The girl pouts, softly punching your leg. Maybe the monster doesn't keep human food because it eats little children. Mommy would always tell Lily to be a good girl because the monster will come and eat any... Monsters will come and eat naughty children. Maybe Lily's here in the monster's house because Lily's a bad girl. I don't think you're a bad girl. You think so? Thank you, Missy. Oh. It's dead end. That's really weird. Why would it be... Wait, why would it be here? The windows facing one another. Both are barred. Okay. Lily excitedly points you to a very heavy, thick, completely out of place plank laying right there in the middle of the room. I did not even question it so far. So she's so proud of her finding, lifting her nose and smiling. Lily found a big log. This would be a great bridge. You ruffle the girl's hair. You're very sharp. You'll make a great detective. Hee hee. By the way, that's not called a log. It's a wooden board. Logs and boards are the same, right? They are wood. You shake your head. But Lily is still calling it a log. The powder girl refused to admit her mistake and proceeded to try and move the log. Her tiny arms were not strong enough to carry it. Fearing that it might in fact crush the little girl, you hurry to take the log yourself. You're very strong, Missy. The room feels cozy. It's such a nice It's such a nice dining room. Lily has never been in one like this before. The little girl wanders in, her steps becoming much more cautious. She seems afraid of breaking or touching anything. Broom? Lily picks up the broom and starts to sweep. Lily loves to help at home. Lily tries hard to be a good, so Mommy will smile more. Your mommy must be proud of you. She smiles and nods, very proud of herself. Lily lets out a soft exclamation when looking at the displayed plates. Each little piece of porcelain looks simple, fragile, and incredibly expensive. When Lily grows up, Lily wants to have a big house and buy cute things like these to show them off. The little girl turns to look at you. When Lily is grown up, she will invite Missy to look at Lily's cute things. Promise? Lily likes pretty plates. Do you like pretty plates too, Missy? There's nothing of use on this table or under it. It's just a very sturdy piece of wood. Lily, however, is fully interested. She carefully caresses the surface with an open hand, cleaning the dust and revealing the glossy surface. It's so nice. Not like the one we have at home. Daddy says we can't afford nice things. I'm sure Daddy's doing his best to provide. Sometimes it's just hard for adults. Oh, Lily knows that Daddy works really hard. That's why he sleeps a lot. Yeah, he's working hard for you. You know so much about Daddy. Do you know him? I don't. Oh, Lily thought you did since he works hard and goes out often. Then how can you be so sure if you don't know Daddy? It's obvious because that's what daddies do when they can't buy nice things. It's just, I guess, how do you talk to a child about this kind of stuff? Okay. So it happens to more people? Well... Okay. Old wall lamps, okay. You carefully put down the plank on the floor, making sure it stays nice and firm above the pitfall. A bridge has been made. Ta-da! We're so smart. A bridge stands above the pitfall. It's not exactly sturdy, but it will have to do. You easily jump over the other side and wait for Lily to join you. She looks at the plank and the hole, hesitant. Hold my hand if it'll make you feel better. Yes. Thank you, Missy. Lily grabs your hand and takes her first step on the bridge. She tries to be brave, keeping her eyes closed, but she squeezes your hand as she tries to not look down. After a few more steps, finally crosses over. As soon as you enter the room, the distant sobs of a woman suddenly echo in the hall. That sounds like a lady in trouble. Missy, do you think there are more little rooms where the monster keeps people? Anywho, we have to help her. The lights suddenly switch off and the room went dark. What was that? Why is it suddenly dark? Lily clenches the hem of your shirt. Are you scared? Lily hesitantly shook her head. More importantly, the lady must be in trouble. We have to help her. When you open the door, the sobbing of the woman gets louder. Where's this crying coming from? Lily doesn't see any lady. The sobbing keeps on getting louder and louder. It doesn't seem to be on loop either. It is just that long of a recording. What? There's no lady, but the cries are coming from this box? You take a glance at her reaction before trying to turn it off. You instead accidentally press the wrong button. The sound somehow gets louder. Leave me alone, please, please, just leave me alone. The woman begins to scream and shriek. You monsters! The two! You finally find a button to turn the recording off. So there's multiple monsters? You sigh, relieved. That was so nasty to hear. She sounds scared. Lily hopes she's okay. She's probably not. Lily snatches the feather pen. Lily wants to draw. Lily's a really good artist. That's not important right now. Oh, you're right. It's a study table. Is this a map? Oh no. There are many books on the shelves. Lily seems impressed for a moment, curiously looking forward. She's clearly not interested in the content of the books, but the various colors of their covers. Do you like to read? Lily doesn't know how to read since Lily cannot go to school and Mommy and Daddy are too busy to teach Lily. Though Mommy reads nice stories to Lily sometimes. But you, Missy, Lily bets you know how to read because you look super duper smart. Oh boy. Okay. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Oh shoot. Yeah. Okay. Let's go forward. The end of the hall is pitch black, enough to stop your path completely. Lily holds your hands tightly. It's dark. It's going to be fine. Oh, flashlight. How convenient. Suddenly you hear a creak and see one of the closet doors slowly open. Ooh. Lily happily prances over to the flashlight and picks it up, showing it off to you before trying it out. It works. It still has batteries. The girl celebrates, shaking it around. Careful, if the batteries run out, we won't be able to use it. Oh, you're right. Daddy always says that. Save everything you can. Yes, yes. We entrust the flashlight to you. Dot. It's just a rat. Okay, is there nothing else? Lily jumps on top of the bed, causing a cloud of dust to rise. The girl coughs as she tries to fan the dust away. Lily is sleepy, but the bed is dirty. Why is it so slow? I just wish it was a little quicker, you know? Let me go to flashlight. Turn it on. You press the button. Eek. Lily gasps and quickly runs back into the room. You follow suit. You can hear heavy, slow steps through the door. Checking, walking, prowling. You hold Lily close. She covers her mouth. Do not make a sound as you try to hear what's going on outside. The deep, heavy footsteps of the monster is so close to the door. Then it stays silent for a good moment. You look at Lily and make gestures to hide under the beds. The door is kicked, opening violently, and the heavy steps of the monster comes in. It's taking such a leisurely step. Its breathing so heavy it deafens every other side. It sounds excited. The monster comes to stop in the heavy middle of the room and stays there, motionless, breathing, waiting. Lily whimpers, pressing her hands against her mouth. The creature's hand knocks slowly on the polished surface on top of where you're hiding. It knows. Ah, what a fun game. I can sense your despair. It's intoxicating. The monster still knocks on the surface, rhythmically. But I'll give you another chance to run. I will give you hope. That'll make the game more fun. The knocks get harder and harder, starting to echo in the whole room. The creature chuckles before slowly walking out of the room. It slams the door on the way out. Hey, don't slam doors! Did your mama not teach you not to do that? You can stay still until you can no longer hear the monster. After a while, Lily slowly curls up against you, her entire body trembling. This is too much. This is beyond what she can take. Lily's face turns blue as she tears up. Lily hates this. Lily hates this so much. Lily begins to bawl uncontrollably. Shush, don't cry. You'll be heard. But the monster is going to catch and eat us. You'll be alright. This is a chance to escape. You have to hope. The girl nods, but she's still shivering, unable to calm down. Sing a lullaby. Hush still to Lily. Don't you cry? Everything is fine, and I'll tell you why. The monster isn't here no more. We saw it walk out the door. She eventually calms down after hearing the familiar song. Your song makes Lily miss Mommy and Daddy. It makes Lily feel at home. It makes Lily nice. It makes Lily calm down. And you're right, the monster is not here anymore. But why didn't it eat us when it caught us? It probably wants to play, like a cat and mouse. Lily doesn't like this game. Lily doesn't like to hide it. Lily doesn't want to play anymore. You can still win the game. You just have to be hopeful. She nods and clenches her small fists. You're right, Missy. You both look around as you walk back into the hallway. Every corner, every little space in case that thing is hiding somewhere. There's no one here anymore. Yeah, save. Please. Just as you enter the new hallway, the flashlight runs out of batteries. Oh no, what do we do now? What if we need it in the future? And there are so many doors. Are we lost? When will we get to the exit? Lily lets out a shaky sigh of frustration, clinging to your hand. You gently pat her head. It's going to be fine. Maybe the end is near. Do you promise? Are you sure? Lily's going to trust you. Lily just wants to see Mommy and Daddy again. You must be worried about Lily. Lily's impressed with this room. She takes a small step on the rug to feel the soft woven silk under her feet. It's like the rugs in the fairy tales. Lily wishes she could use it to fly away. Her little banter is interrupted by a loud thud right outside the door. She quickly shuts up, covering her mouth. You cautiously open the door to see what's happening outside. The monster slams the door shut. Lily was shaken by the loud sound. What was that? It was nothing. Her naive and innocent mind was fine with your answer. It was best not to tell her what you saw, since she would just be frightened. It's better when she's smiling and happy. After waiting a few minutes, you opened the door again. The monster had left. It was now safe to go back outside. Why is he so slow? This just makes me not want to open the drawers. Lily stands right beside the fireplace. A few pieces of wood burning brightly. She rubs her hands together before keeping them close to the flames. Ah, Lily loves little fires. They feel so nice in the winter. Lily likes to look at it going pop pop while burning. And it is so warm! Okay. Okay. Was the red stuff here before? No, it was not. Lily is not sure. It was not. This blood trail was made recently, since it wasn't here before. Lily is looking at it with curiosity. I'm just gonna say. Oh, we were just here. Okay. Maybe that way? Oh. It's... I'm all confused. This isn't like a maze house. Like... It's dark. Too bad the batteries of the flashlight gave up on you. Oh, where do we find another light? Oh. This one must be most comfortable room in here. This must be the most comfortable room in here. Sheesh. This bed looks white and soft. The rug on the floor gives this place a nice tinge of color. And the desk is just polished and beautiful. Lantern. Lily thinks this might be useful to light the hallway. You nod in Pentacle's head. Things are going great. Lily might be getting home soon, Mommy and Daddy. I take the lamp. Ah. An ugly mask! Since Lily is frightened, you close the drawer. A double bed, the kind you see in the main room of old manors. Like the ones the owners share. It's clean, better than the previous bed in the other room. This is the biggest bed Lily has ever seen. Who could sleep here? Maybe it's the monster's bed. But it's so big. Big beds are cool if you don't share them. Do monsters even share beds? But the monster's already big, so maybe it doesn't need to share. There's a picture. Lily takes the little portrait on the desk, staring at it for a while. It's a man on someone's arm. That side of the picture has been violently ripped off, but you can tell there's someone beside. Who are they? Did they used to live here? Maybe they got eaten by the monster. Poor them. The monster must have been so hungry, it ate half of the picture. Okay, I really don't have much time, so I have to end this here. Tomorrow it's going to be... tomorrow I'm going to upload, probably, maybe the last part of, Street Eats, and then continue on with, Ashley to Lily. So, yeah, see you around, guys. Bye! Take care!